morning, everybody. It is officially the beginning of day one back on the Appalachian Trail. I'm gonna finish packing a few things up, go downstairs, maybe grab a bite to eat, and then we will be out on the trail. Nice thing is the trail is literally right across the street from where I'm staying, so it won't be far to get there. And we'll get up trail, see what we can't see today. It's about 65, I think, this morning, and kind of drizzly rain. So get rain gear on and we'll get headed up trail. Well, everybody, we are officially underway. Luckily the trail goes right through town, so that makes it really convenient. And I think we got about, maybe 1 mile road walk, and then the trail turns and heads up that mountain back there. So here we go. Okay, here's where the trail crosses and heads up the mountain. There is the closure ahead, so here we go. Well, everybody, I am up about maybe 1,000 feet since I crossed the road and went up the stairs. About 3 miles in, almost 3 miles in, and I gotta admit, I made a big mistake this morning. Kind of a rookie mistake, definitely. Made 2 mistakes actually. First mistake, I left my water at the bed and breakfast where I was staying. Last night when I was loading up my pack, I thought, it'd be nice to have nice cold water. So I put my water bottles in the little refrigerator downstairs, which I kind of knew was a mistake at the time. Well, this morning in my rush and getting all excited to hit the trail, I completely forgot them. I didn't notice till I was about 300 to 400 foot up the first big climb. Well, I was probably about 200 feet up the first big climb when I noticed it. That came my second mistake. My little app said that there was going to be a creek, maybe another half mile ahead up this mountain. So I gambled and I went on up to the creek. And even though we had an inch of rain last night, the creek was dry. So at that point, I had to turn around, go all the way back down the mountain to get water, and then turn around and come all the way back up the mountain. So, yeah, it's been a long morning. Kind of raining, but the creeks and everything are dry. So I'm gonna get on up the mountain here. I just thought I'd stop and share my mistake with y'all, because mistakes do happen. And there's no other creeks on this until I get into camp tonight. So it's about another 5.5 miles from here before I get to anywhere with water. So I had to have the water. I couldn't do it without it. So anyway, I'm gonna get on up trail. Sorry, I haven't been taking too many videos, but it's kind of rainy today, and I don't like getting my camera out if I can help it. But anyway, we're going on up trail, see what there is to see down there. Here is where the detour begins. The Appalachian is closed from this point for about 20 some odd miles due to bridges out and everything else. You can see there's a lot of storm debris through here. So that's where we're heading. Probably make it to Sandy Flats, which is another 4.5 miles. And we will follow this trail now. We're about 4 miles in on the day. It's about halfway to where I was wanting to stop. Wanted to do kind of a short 8-mile day today, but honestly with that that climb I had to do twice, and for some reason my hip's been giving me issues, which that's never happened before. It might just be the way I have the pack positioned or something. So I think 8's going to be plenty. So we should get in there, I'm not sure, maybe 2:30 or 3 o'clock today, which there'll still leave some daylight, but my energy will be probably about done. Being the first day on trail, the heaviest load weight because all my food and that big climb twice, that made for actually probably closer to a 10-mile day. And that's plenty for me for today. So we're going to get on down the trail. Luckily, this last half mile or so has been really kind of cruisy trail. Not too steep up or down, and kind of smooth actually, level. So I'm enjoying that. So anyway, we'll get on down trail, see what there is to see. Well, everybody, I've got about 1.25 miles left, so not too far. It's been a long day. I tell you, my hip is killing me. I don't know what it is. I've never had issues with my hip before. My knees, which I normally have problems with, are fine. My feet are fine. No blisters or anything, which is good because my feet are all wet from all the rain today. But yeah, my hip is terrible. I've been popping ibuprofen all day long. Can't really take any more. I'm hoping tonight I get to the tent. Well, should get in fairly early, and I can lay down and maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll be better in the morning. I sure hope so. Tomorrow's a longer day than today by about 3 or 4 miles. So yeah, it'd be a terrible day if my hip's killing me like it is today. Part of the joys of hiking after 60, apparently. I tell you, old age ain't for wimps. So anyway, we're going to get on up the trail, and it's darkening up again. Looks like might be going to be raining again. I'm hoping to kind of get my tent set up before it starts pouring rain, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, we'll get on down the trail. Well, that was fun. Made it to Sandy Flats campground. Picked out a spot, and well, now comes the sun. And about the time I got the ground cloth down, there came a downpour. Everything got soaked. Before I could get anything in the tent or get the tent even pitched, it came a downpour. It's let up now. Actually, the sun's wanting to come out again. Still sprinkling a little bit though. And I got everything thrown in the tent, but everything is soaked. Luckily, the stuff in the backpack was dry. So I'm trying to keep it dry because I'm soaked and everything else is. So that's all the fun. I should have been here about 15 minutes earlier, I guess. So we're going to get this camp set up for the night. Well, everybody, got the tent pitched. The rain finally stopped. I ate some dinner real quick. Hung my food bag up there. Hopefully that will work. And now it's time to go in and straighten up the tent. Make sure everything's halfway dry. And then I'll probably head for bed here within the hour or so. Well, everybody, that's the end of day one. For an 8-mile day, it was pretty rough, honestly. I think it all started with traipsing up and down the mountain a couple times. That didn't help. And then my hip was really bothering me today. I don't know what that's going on because that's never bothered me before. Normally my knees bother me and they were fine. So I don't know. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Hopefully better. I think tomorrow is like a 12-mile day, something like that. And there's a shelter there. So that will be the goal for tomorrow. Until then, We'll pick this up again tomorrow morning. Good morning, everybody. Beginning of day 2 on the Appalachian Trail. Just left out of Sandy Flats Campground. Pretty good night. Rained some during the night, but nothing like it did yesterday when I was trying to set up camp and it was absolutely pouring. It's supposed to rain today again. I'm going to see how my hip does today. I loaded up on ibuprofen, and we're going to get on up the trail, see what we can see today. Well, we are about a mile in for the day. Not sure where I'm getting to. I'm just kind of taking it really easy on my hip this morning. It seems like if the trail is level, then it doesn't bother me too bad. But if it's uphill or downhill, I've been basically kind of walking 1 foot at a time, not doing anything with the other leg as much as I can anyway. But I think today is going to be, as far as elevation gain and everything, I think it's going to be fairly level. You know, a few dips in places, I'm sure, but I think we're following kind of a ridge top most of the day, which will help immensely. So first goal of the day is the next shelter, which is, I think about 5.5 miles from where I started. So we're going to get in there about lunchtime and then kind of reevaluate and see how I feel. So much for nice level path. Oh boy, this last, probably only been a quarter mile, but it is steep. Kind of hard to tell on video, but way down there. It is steep and it's starting to rain, but we're getting there. I'm just going real slow, taking it easy. We'll get to the top eventually and hopefully it'll smooth out again. It's raining again. Seems like it stops raining, so you stop and take off your rain jacket, and then 5 minutes later it starts again. So I'm just leaving it on for now till this little shower is done. The trail's a little bit like a river. Here in about 4.5 miles, there's an access point. I called for a shuttle. I'm gonna go and pick up the car, get shuttled back to Damascus so I can get the car, take it up to Marion so it's a little more convenient. And then I'll probably stay in a hotel tonight and try to find somewhere with laundry so I can dry everything off, because everything just gets soaked when it rains like this. You know, I packed everything in my backpack in plastic bags, which sure helps, but it still gets wet. It seems like everything gets wet, especially that rainstorm I got yesterday right when I was setting up the tent. It was not ideal timing, but the trail's a little bit like a stream. So we're gonna get on up the trail. I've got about, I think I have plenty of time to get there. Shuttle's supposed to pick me up at 2:30, so I should have plenty of time to get there. So we're getting down the trail. Well, you can tell there's a lot of damage from Hurricane Helene everywhere along the trail, and a lot of huge trees that come down, and they look healthy on the inside. It's amazing. I think what it is maybe just the really high winds along these ridges, and possibly a few places almost look like tornadoes. But the mountain laurel is thriving, which is a plus. They can get the sunlight now. So we're getting on down trail. Okay, we are on Skull Gap Trail, a little side spur of the Iron Mountain Trail, which is the detour of the Appalachian Trail. Gets a little confusing. Anyway, should be about a mile up here to a parking area where the shuttle driver is supposed to meet me in about an hour. And so it's only 1 mile, so that shouldn't be an issue at all. I just hope it doesn't pour rain between now and then. But we're gonna get on down trail here. And if there's anything cool to see, be sure and show you. Oh, it looks like a view coming up here. Let's check that out real quick. Oh yeah. Ooh, looks like it was a landslide or something here. Oh yeah. But that kind of opened up a nice view. Let's check it out here. Kind of hard to see down through there, but yeah, we're still up quite high. Well, everybody, we have made it to Skull Gap Trailhead, I guess is what that would be. Beautiful view from up here. Nice right now. No rain or anything, so I'll enjoy that. A little early. The shuttle driver will probably be here in about 30 minutes or so. So I'm just going to take some time to relax, drink some water, and yeah, stretch a little bit. So anyway, we'll wait here for the shuttle driver, and then we'll head on down, get the vehicle, and move it up to Marion, Virginia. Well, everybody, I apologize for not closing out yesterday's video, but I got to ride a shuttle off the mountain down into Damascus, and then picked up the vehicle, moved it up here to Marion yesterday. I did laundry, washed and dried everything, found myself a room, and kind of spread everything out where I could organize it and dry it real good. Today, I decided to stay off trail. They are predicting heavy storms with high damaging winds, so I thought perfect day to kind of do a little more organizing. I did some restock today. I found a place I could leave my vehicle, free parking, public parking, and a little garage in Marion. And I also found a shuttle driver for in the morning at 9 o'clock, gonna pick me up, take me back down to the trail, and then we will head off from there. My plan is to do 5.5 or 6 day run next. I've got all the food I need. The first about day and a half will be on the Iron Mountain bypass still, and then we will get onto the actual Appalachian Trail finally after all that bypass. And then we will be going into, if luck holds, the Mount Rogers National Area and the Highlands up there, which is supposed to be really beautiful. Looking forward to doing that. So anyway, one day at a time. Today is day 3. Kind of spent it in town organizing stuff, but tomorrow we'll be back on trail. And so I appreciate y'all following along, and I hope to see y'all down the trail.